Ah, my haters, my haters, my haters. Well, not my hater, but DOA's haters are they're getting into some weird places. So I've been doing some exposés on so-called boss talks, and it just keeps getting more and more weird and strange. Now, I will be fair that it just seems that boss talks is running a parallel track to DOA. So DOA's issues is that he has a list of victims. He constantly inserts himself in all these movements. 1776, January 6th, anti Scientology, BLM, Palestine. And again, to different degrees, he does do some real work, right? I want to be very careful there. However, he does have a tendency to just get in, start fights, start more fights based on prior fights, and in all the confusion, raise tons of money. And it's worked out for him. It's a nice little cycle. And basically, Boss Talks is copying the formula, but this time he's using it against DOA himself, which is kind of clever. But we're ending up in the same place that Boss Talks has his own victims, his own shady past, and his own grift. And to a large degree, I really don't care, but I've been patiently waiting for the receipts. Like, what exactly is his issue with DOA? The most I can tell is that DOA was very offensive on a stream because this kid's black and DOA was very insensitive. That's about it. I don't see anything where DOA personally went after him or his family, did anything physical. It's just that, yeah, I guess as a black man, he felt offended that this white BLM supporter wasn't being deferential enough. Oh, and DOA was not feminist enough because Bostock styles himself as a protector of women's. So we got the defender of ants and the protector of women's. And there you go. So he assumed, I guess, DOA was being a little racist. I mean, maybe that's true. Maybe it's not. I don't see any strong evidence of that. Okay, whatever. And that he was alarmed by DOA's victimization of women. Okay, I mean, I don't like the way DOA sometimes treats women either. So what? I mean, but I'm not trying to play a fake gangster and play with guns and be off to a gay club. Oh, and get involved in BLM protests, but not know the basics about the law and get myself in trouble with the law. It just seems like he's a wannabe many things. Wannabe gangster, wannabe activist. But he notices, hey, a lot of people hate DOA. I'm going to pretend to hate DOA and make the money. Yay! And off to the races we go, right? And, I want to be fair, right? This is not technically as bad as Pinche Becky or Mexican Longhair or whoever who just stretch out small incidents into hours and hours and hours and hours of complaining that don't go anywhere and just end up being like DOA. What? He doesn't have good body odor. They don't like his style of dressing, and that is a metaphysical constitutional issue. And it's like, no, it's not a metaphysical constitutional issue. So please stop gaslighting us, and me in particular, say, I don't think you understand the law. DOA lives in a van and he doesn't shower regularly. That's a constitutional issue. No, it's not a constitutional issue, you morons. Like, either provide some receipts or shut the hell up. It's just a waste of time. But I will say this: good or bad, at least I can kind of understand Pinche Becky. I mean, she did have a run-in with DOA in California. I mean, that's proven. That's a demonstrable fact. I don't get what is the deal with Boss Talks. Like, why is he upset? And he's like, I'm upset when you talk to victims, you don't follow the proper guidelines. Okay, well, I guess you could do better. Have victims on your panel and do a better job of journalism. So what? I mean, like, what exactly is the issue? I don't know. I don't like he's I guess pretending to forewarn the anti-Scientology protests. That he's probably working with the feds. Yeah, he's a CIA agent. Okay, and his evidence for this was. Oh, and by the way, I love this. He didn't even know where the video was from. I know it's from the Hollywood Testing Center. But anyway, he was like, why is he recording them activists? Isn't that suspicious? And it's like, bro, all the streamers were photographing and filming one another. If filming the activist was a sign that he's a CIA agent, they're all in the CIA. They're all doing it. Like the guy didn't seem to know anything about the various streamers and their back and forth with DOA. And let's be very clear, a lot of the streamers don't like DOA at this point. He's very unpopular with them. Okay, and there are reasons to suspect, he's not telling the whole truth. But if that's your mark, if that's like, oh, I'll expose my DOA, he was filming the activists. That's true of most of these protesters. So I'm not quite clear what the hell he was up to with that one. Anyway, and then in this very long, rambling piece, yeah, again, these are DOA's people, but they try to ask him some simple questions. He didn't seem to know anything about Scientology or anti-Scientology. He even got the name wrong. I think he called it soology or sciology at one point. So it's like, okay, well, listen, if you're saying be skeptical of DOA, yeah, I think there's reasons to be skeptical of DOA. A lot of the anti-Scientology people are already there. They're very skeptical of DOA. Yeah, so you're not really saying much that they don't know already. So what exactly are we coming to with this guy? I don't know. He's like, I'm warning you, that DOA, he's dangerous, but I'm going to call him out with my panels. Okay, I mean, this is now channel number 10 that's devoted exclusively to hating DOA. So it's like, okay, it's becoming a crowded marketplace. And, that's fine. Listen, internets are going to internet. I mean, I'm trying to make some money making fun of DOA. The only difference is I actually know what the hell I'm talking about. Whereas Bostock doesn't know anything about what he's talking about. But hey, lesson learned. He's getting way, quote, more views and better traction. So hey, I'm gonna join the party and just say the dumbest, craziest thing. But if it's full of hatred of DOA, yeah, I'm gonna make that money. I mean, I don't like him. The way he talks about his sister. It's terrible. Oh, I'm crying now. Okay. Well, I'm gonna be the crazy person. I don't trust DOA. I don't trust DOA's sister. Maybe we should just be, consistently skeptical. But now it's like, no, I love my Summers and I love DOA's sister. Hallelujah. Okay, but you don't trust Saul Goodman for what reason? I mean, he hates DOA. He really hates DOA. I can say many things about Saul, but he clearly hates DOA. I said the problem is you weren't talking good to my Summer, so I don't trust you. See, you need to talk the right kind of talk to the ladies. Okay, so he's taking the Nora grift and the anti DOA grift and just splicing it together to make a new, even more weirdo feminist grift. Hey man, have at it. Whatever. I mean, but shouldn't you just call yourself feminist talks, not boss talks? I mean, right? It seems like you're not really pushing the Ice Cube thing. You're pushing pseudo feminism thing. That's more like what's her name? That's Dianetics. So his name is Darren. So I guess you call yourself Darren Ethics. Just go full mutant and mutate all the hatred channels into a better grift, and off to the races you go. But there is something serious here. If he's like not really the pro-feminist, pro-BLM guy that he says is, yeah, you're kind of wasting your sympathy and money to pour. Give me the money. I will confront DOA. I promise. That's what I do. I'm Darren's. I confronts the haters and the grifters. Okay, I guess. Or I'll just keep my money and I won't give it to DOA. Problem solved. But hey, thanks for involving yourself, King. But maybe take care of your tasing incident. But better off doing that. But anyway, hey, listen, I do find him amusing, but probably not in the way he thinks he is amusing. Like him constantly talking about weed and activism. Like I like my weeds. Good for you, King. Some of us don't need drugs to fuel our activism. But hey, you do you, boo boo. I mean, he is amusing. I gotta say, he's morbidly amusing, but he's not very enlightening. Like Nora, when it comes to the educational aspect, I'm still waiting to see what exactly is the educational value of your long streams. And so far, it's coming down to 0.0.0 plus 0.0.0, in my humble opinion, to be perfectly honest. I'm not learning anything at all from Darren, their boss talks.